Welcome everyone to this Next.js tutorial, and in this tutorial we will learn about layout in Next.js. So what is a layout? According to Next.js, layout is a shared UI between multiple pages. Now let's understand what shared UI multiple pages means. Now suppose you have a UI structure, or let's say this is the layout, and in this layout you have defined header and footer, and now you want to show these header and footer between multiple pages. Here multiple pages means a different route segment that we have created, if you remember from previous video, like /blog, /dashboard, /product, /shop, and this route segment contains a special file called page.tsx. So that means you want to share this header footer with a different page.tsx file of the route segment. So how you can do that in a Next.js? Next.js is saying to define a UI structure that you can share between a different route segment or pages, you need to follow a file convention, and where you will create a special file called layout.tsx. Now in this layout.tsx, you will define your UI structure. Like here you will define your header, here you will define your footer, and this defined header and footer will be shared between the multiple pages. But how it is shared? So Next is saying to share this UI component with these multiple pages, you need to pass the special props to this layout, and that special prop is children props. So you will pass the children props to this layout.tsx, and these children props act as a place holder. So whenever you visit the specific pages like a /shop, then the content of this route segment or content defined this page.tsx file of this route segment is rendered within this layout.tsx file, or inserted within this layout.tsx file using the children props. Now let's see practically how to do that. Whenever you create a new Nextjs application, the layout.tsx file that you see here in this app directory is created automatically, and as you can see, this contains a root layout, and this is the topmost layout in a Next.js, which is shared with a different pages in a Next.js. So as I told you that a layout accepts a props children to render the page's content that you can see here. This file is automatically created. If you delete this file will be again created by Next.js. So I have deleted this file. Now I will go in the browser, and in the browser, if I refresh this URL localhost 3000 and come back, you can see this file again created. Now let's understand the content of this file. So for that, I'm going to open the browser, and where we will inspect the elements. So let's inspect. Now you can see here we have defined the HTML tag, and which you can see here in this browser like HTML tags, and language is English. Then we have defined the body, and here you can see the body, and within body we have the content layout that you can see, and this layout content is from the page.tsx file that we have defined in the app directory. Here you can see. So this is the app directory and this is the page.tsx file. And here you can see this div or this element, or you can say this tag, is inserted within the layout.tsx file through this children props. So this children prop is a placeholder for the content or the UI that you have defined within this page.tsx file. So which means you can share the UI which you define within the layout with this page.tsx file. For example, let's say that I want to show the header. So as you can see, let's close this one. As you can see, this page, this root page, contains only a text layout, but I want to show the text, header and footer. But now I want to show you a different route segment. So let's go to the route segment /blog. Here type /blog. Now we are on the /blog route segment. Now let's visit the dashboard page. Now we are on the dashboard page. What we want to do here, we want to show the header and footer on this route segment like /blog, /dashboard, or also on the main pages or root pages here. So what we will do here, we will go to the layout.tsx file and here within the body tag specify a h1 to show header and again h1 to show footer. So instead of this header and footer, you can specify your real component that represent header and footer. And this is just for example. And as soon as we insert within layout.tsx file a header and footer, now you can see on the page.tsx file of the root header and footer. And this header and footer is not only shared with this page file, it is shared with all of the route segment. For example, let's go to the /blog and you can see header and footer. Also, let's visit the route segment or pages dashboard. You can see the same UI or the same HTML element shared with all of these route segment. So this is the concept of a layout in a Next.js. So overall, whenever you have a component like a navbar, sidebar that you want to share across 8 different pages, you can do that by creating a special file layout.tsx file. And to that layout.tsx file, you need to pass the special props, children props, which act as a placeholder for the different pages. So what it does, it inserts the content of that pages in this layout or UI structure. So this is all about layout.tsx file or layout in a Next.js. So at last I want to say, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and thank you.